Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel codersarcade. This is Saurabh and today we'll be covering up the second part of the third experiment in the DevOps VTU lab, okay, which is the Kotlin DSL. We have already seen the normal Groovy script, now we'll see the Kotlin DSL, okay. So before starting this video, I'd like to again request all of you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel if you have not done that yet. Okay. And at the same time, if you really like our content, please share them with your family and friends who are learning DevOps. Also, hit the bell icon so that you get notified about the latest updates. Okay. So let's get started and I'll just go to my manual. Okay, here it is. Guys, I told you we have done the last experiment, that is the experiment number 3 part 1, that is the Gradle. Okay, now in that I showed Gradle with Java. Got it? So let me just show you here so that you can understand that. Fine. If you remember, we had done this like this: experiment 3 part number 1, working with Gradle, setting up a Gradle project, understanding build scripts. We used the Groovy script at that time. Now I'll be showing you the Kotlin DSL, okay, domain specific language, and also show you the dependency management and task automation. Fine, it will be a very small topic, and guys, it is not mandatory for you to learn this, but as you can see here, I will tell you in that experiment. Let me go to that experiment now and show you that I've given you all the differences between Maven and Gradle and told you everything. Now you can see here Kotlin DSL, this is what I'm talking about. The build.gradle was that file, right? You remember we used the build.gradle file. Now we will be using a build.gradle.kts file for the Kotlin DSL. That is very important. Guys, you never know. You might be asked that in the interview. Some external might come to your college and ask you the question. Then what will you do? So I'm going in depth and teaching you this topic also. Fine, we'll do that. So for the time being, I'll try to make it very easy. Don't worry about that. And this will be your experiment number. By mistake, it was written experiment number 2. It's not 2. It's experiment number 3 part 2. Okay. Gradle Kotlin DSL workflow. IntelliJ idea. Fine. So step by step, setting up the Gradle project. We'll do that now. So you can see here, new project. Select the Gradle as the build system. Choose Kotlin as the language. Okay. Very important. Kotlin as the language. So select Gradle Kotlin DSL. It will be generated using build.gradle.kts. You can see here, right? Build.gradle.kts. Fine. And we can name anything like this: Maven Gradle Kotlin demo, something like that. You can name it like that. And JDK should be 17.0 and finish. So let's do that. Okay. I'll go to my IntelliJ and fine. This is my earlier project. So here I'll just go to file and go to new and project. And I'll just write Gradle. Before that, let me write DevOps VTU, Gradle, and Kotlin DSL, so that you can understand that. And you can see, let's go back to the manual and see what and all we have to write. See, the Kotlin should be the language. Go back. Kotlin should be the language, not Java. So we are actually coming up with a new language. Don't worry, guys, the syntax will be easy to understand. Don't have to worry. We'll go step by step and follow the manual only. And the build system will be Gradle. JDK is 17 in the drop down. I have 17, so I will use 17, the best for that. And the Gradle DSL will be Kotlin. Okay, and then you can say create. Okay, so this is your project, guys, and you can see here we have a different kind of file. See, in others we have main.java. Here it is not Java, it is main.kt. Can you see here? So we'll be learning a new language. So let me just close all of this. This will be blank for the time being, and this is the file that I am talking about, the build.gradle.kts. So let's go back here and let me show you here. See, the build.gradle.kts. The file looks like this, and it can have lots of things. So you can see it might have all these things. So let's go back there and see the file, how it looks like. Okay, so I'll go to that. Yep, you can see we have lots of plugins and etc etc. So we'll talk about them one by one. Okay, you can see we have an import statement, and then we have plugins, say Kotlin JVM version 1.8.21. So this might be the latest version. In our case, in the manual, we had something else. Don't have to worry. We had 1.8.10. This is the one, and you can have a different version also. It doesn't matter. Whenever you are using that, you might have a different version. So don't worry about that. And we have group equal to org.example. That is actually what to say, package, and the version is 1.0 snapshot. Okay, repositories are actually Maven Central. Everything, the jar files, everything will be downloaded from Maven Central, obviously. Okay, and you can add dependencies. So for the time being, test implementation is Kotlin test. Okay, and at the same time, I can add one more dependency. For example, suppose I want to add the JUnit dependency, I can simply write like this. It is already there in that. If you want to see that, see org.junit.jupyter like this, and also I can add for runtime only. If you want to add it, you can add it. I will add one of them. Okay, so let's go back here and just paste it here like this. Okay, got it. So this is how you can add a dependency, and see, it is actually downloading some Gradle dependencies also. That is how it works. And right now you can see, for the tasks, which testing platform you are using the JUnit platform. You can also use TestNG, doesn't matter. Fine. And you can see here task.with type says Kotlin compile. The compilation language is Kotlin, and the JVM target is 1.8. This one, the top one that you can see here. Okay, and because we added some dependency, automatically there we got a reload icon. So as soon as you get it, just click on that. Okay guys, it is very important. Always do this so that all the latest things are intact. Okay, now automatically we had got a main.kt file. So let's try to write down simple Kotlin language so that you can easily understand how it works. Fine. So the syntax goes something like this. Guys, you don't have to worry about the syntax. So I'll write fine and main. So this is our main function actually. And bracket, we have the arguments, colon, then array of string. This is the syntax. Just like in Java, we write public static void main string args like this, and then you can close the bracket here and write println. In the bracket you can write hello world. Okay, and at the same time, if you want more print statements, you can write that print. I'll say this is Saurav. Welcome to codersarcade. And last but not least, for everyone who is watching this video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Okay, and if you want to add some program arguments, I'll tell you what are those. Okay, so I'll just say println. Okay, so I'll just write program arguments colon, and I'll use a dollar symbol, and then I'll write args dot join to string. Okay, and rather than giving this bracket like this, I'll just write a empty bracket like this. Okay, now if you are passing any arguments, it will be actually printed. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to my code, or you have a run option. See guys, I'm doing everything from the manual only. Okay, don't have to worry. If you want to add program arguments, you can just do like this. So this is an extra step I'm just showing you so that you can remember that. Okay, after writing this line, what you guys can do is you can go to run, you can go to run configurations or edit configurations, and then you can add a plus. And let me just check one thing. Let me run this first of all. Right now, if it does not have anything, it will simply ignore that, I guess. Let's check. Let us wait for it to run for the time being. Yeah, okay, see, there are no program arguments, so it's not working. So what you guys can do is, now after running it for the first time, and these semicolons are not mandatory, okay, you can remove them. Go to run configurations, and now automatically you got the main.kt file. Okay, so now you can give the program argument. Say I'm saying DevOps and say VTU, and I'll say coders arcade. So you can see, right, 1, 2, 3, 4 program arguments are there. I'll click on OK, apply and OK. Now let me run this and see the magic. 4 arguments, you can see DevOps VTU codersarcade. I hope you understood this, guys, right? So that is how you can write simple Kotlin language. Guys, you don't have to worry about it. Just because the interviewer or someone, some external can come up and ask you this, I'm telling you this, okay? Please remember that. Now, this is clear. So, this is very simple. Now, what we need to do is, you need to run this, correct? So, let's go back here and see what we have in our KTS file. Okay, go back here and let me go to the build.kts file, and let's see what do you have. See, we have something like this: application main class dot set main dot kt. Okay, so let's try to use this command as given in the manual. It says /gradle w dot build. Okay, so let's try to build it first. I'll go to the terminal and I'll say, let me increase the size. I'll say /gradle w /build. Okay, yeah, it has case sensitive, guys, so make sure you don't make any mistakes. /gradle w slash space build, press enter, and it's building and build is successful. Okay, no errors. Now let's use the gradle run command. Okay, this one /gradle w run. I'll go back here and say, other than build, I'll say run, press enter, and let me maximize this or enlarge this for the time being, and let's see what we get. Okay, you can see this, right? We have something like this. So everything is working fine, build is successful, no errors. So let's go back to the manual and see. The class name is fine, everything is fine. So let's go back here and try to go to the task, and let's say build. You have the build option. I'll double click on this. So everything is built, all good, no problem. And then in the application part, there is a run button. Let's click on this. Yep, you can see here, guys. Let me again show you that by clicking on the run. See here, guys. It says, hello world, this is Saurav. Welcome to codersarcade. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Program arguments null, not given this time. Because in that, we did not give any program arguments. Okay. See here, everything is running fine. So in the main.kt file, whatever is there is running absolutely fine. Okay, got it? So that is how it works. So I hope now you have understood how to run this. No problem at all, I guess. So just mind you, if you are not using any package, don't write that package, okay? Otherwise, just mention the package here in the build.kts file. Fine, we have already seen how to build and how to run, okay? So again, let's go back and let's see something again. When I tried it from the terminal, it was not working properly, right? Let's try again. Yeah, now it's working fine. Absolutely fine. No problem at all, okay? So everything is working as per the manual. Now let's go here and try to package all this thing into a jar file. Guys, please remember, normal jar will work in Java. This is Kotlin, right? So we need a fat jar. Okay. So this is the code that I've given here. You can just copy that from here. I also have the same thing. So we need to convert the application .kts, the main.kts file into a jar, fat jar. Okay. So for that, what we will do is we'll just copy this particular code here, this thing, and write it into my build.kts file. Okay, so I'll go back here in this, and here after this I'll paste this. Okay, this much part. This is already given to you. See, what we are doing is we are converting this into a jar file. Fine. Okay, just reload this. And let's reload this again. And okay, so this part is not correct, so I'll just cut it. Now it is fine, and I'll reload now. Okay, so everything is fine. After that, see what we have done is we have converted the main.kt file into a fat jar so that we can run it, and the same thing, the output will be coming from this one only. Let's try this now. Okay, so after doing this, let's go to the manual again and try to run the command. So this is the command. Okay, /gradle w fat jar. Okay, so I'll copy this and go back to IntelliJ, and in the terminal I will use that command. Press enter, and it is executing. So you can see no errors, everything is fine. After that we have to run the Gradle run command to run that. Okay, see, we have generated a build, but where? Remember, in our normal experiment we had something like this. See here, if you remember, in my Gradle, if I go earlier one, the third experiment part one, I'm telling, inside build we had got a libs where we had the jar file. Similarly, when we run this command now, fat jar, it will be again given in this libs folder only. So let's go back there and see, is it really happening or not happening. So I'll close this. I'll go to this. Let me maximize the screen, and let me go here and go to build, then libs. Yes, there is one, all.jar. This is the one that we need. Okay, if you go here and see, this is the one that we need, because it compiled everything into a jar file, which is a fat jar actually. We need to run that. Okay, so what we will do is I'll go to terminal and use this particular command. I can just go back to the manual and copy that command also if I want. This is the one. Okay, so let me write something like this. I'll say java space hyphen jar, so dot slash build slash, the name of our project is DevOps VTU. I actually need to go to that one, right? So I'll copy, right click, copy path reference. I will copy the name. Okay, file name. and I will paste it here in my terminal. So that is the best way to do it, okay? When you are not able to get a suggestion, press okay. So this is the one you can see, right? DevOps VTU Gradle Kotlin all jar. Press enter. Okay, it is not able to access. So what I'll do, rather than writing like this, inside build, yeah, that is wrong, right? Inside libs it is there, libs slash. Now it should work. Yep. See guys, this was my mistake. So it is actually slash build slash libs. Now everything is fine and working all good. Okay, so that is how you actually convert it into a fat jar and do it. Okay, so I hope this is also clear to you. And okay, so you can see all the things we have done. So we created the project with the Kotlin DSL. I showed you how to write the code, then how to build, how to run the main.kt file. And after that, we packaged it into a jar, but it is a fat jar. So we use the different kind of a task to do it. Okay. And some common commands: Gradle build, Gradle run, Gradle test. If you have any tests, that can be done. Gradle clean will clean the directory, and fat jar to run the fat jar. Okay, and let's see how to run a custom Gradle task. Someone might ask you, what can you do with Gradle? What can you do with the KTS file? So there is a simple task called hello that can be done. See, this is actually a name. Okay, a name. So just like a keyword. So as soon as Gradle finds this keyword hello, it will run this task. Okay, so let's try to write that. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just create one for you so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll go here and minimize this, and okay, anywhere you can write, doesn't matter. I'll say tasks dot register bracket here. Let me write coders arcade. You can follow it from the manual, and I'll say do last bracket, that means do this task. Okay, and I'll say println I'll say commit to achieve. Okay, something like this. Got it? So as soon as I type codersarcade in my terminal, it should perform this task. Okay, I'll refresh this, and in my terminal, let's go back and write down like this. See the syntax, guys. Always follow the syntax. Okay, so I'll go back and say dot slash gradle w space codersarcade. Press enter, and yep, magic. You can see it says commit to achieve. Yup, that is how you can simply run some simple tasks. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood briefly about everything, and just remember, these are some troubleshoots and fixes, because the main class may not be found, so we use a fat jar. Okay, and if the Gradle W means Gradle wrapper, if you don't have it, just write Gradle wrapper and it will be generated automatically. Just write down Gradle wrapper. Okay, guys, please follow the manual. For any doubts, follow the manual. And also, I'm there. Post your doubts in the comment section if you really have any doubts. Okay, so all set, and we have learned the Kotlin DSL also in Gradle. Fine, wonderful. So, guys, finally, we have completed the experiment number 3 as well. Okay, I hope you liked it. If you really liked it, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Okay, that is very, very least that you can do for me. Okay, motivate me to create more videos very quickly. Okay, and yep, with this I will sign off today, and I'll come up with the next experiment very soon. Okay, thank you for watching. Till the next time, this is Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning.